Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dokkan Battle video, and today we have V-Jump leaks, and these leaks are kind of showing us some interesting things, and I wasn't as excited about this at first, because I figured this would just be coming to JP, but after thinking about it, I actually think this might be coming to Global. So basically what we've got here is they are doing a lot of stuff with androids, right? And what I think it is, if this is what I think it is the Red Ribbon Army thing that was referred to earlier. So at the New York Comic Con, they said that Dokkan was going to be doing something, or we got a notification in game, right, that said coming up in November there will be an event related to the Red Ribbon Army. Well, Android 8, Android 17, all the androids, basically those early on androids, have a lot to do with the Red Ribbon Army because they're the ones that created them, right? So I do believe that this might be the event, this might be the event here that I think is referring to the Red Ribbon Army. That, and if this is true, then Global is getting this because this was in the Global notification that this was coming. Now, I don't know if every piece here would be coming to Global specifically, but I think at least the Android related ones are, right? So the first thing is it looks like we're getting an Aider, and it's an Aider that looks like he awakens into an Aider/17. Now, I believe this Aider is the one that like shows up in the Boo Saga where they show him like lending his energy. He really doesn't have a role in Dragon Ball Z, right? But I do think that's what this is from. And I think this is one of those what-if units, because as far as I know, I don't know that Android 17 and Aider have ever interacted. You can let me know in the comments if I'm wrong about that, or if you know if they've ever had an interaction. But as far as I know, 17 and Aider have never had screen time together. So I think this is one of those what-if units. And it actually makes a lot of sense that this would be coming now, because if you think about it, I think it was last year. It was last year or the year before. For Halloween, we get these Halloween units, right? And our so our last Halloween unit, I believe, was the Grandpa Gohan and Pan. They may have been 2 years ago. I would have to look at it, but the Grandpa Gohan and Pan card, which was just like a really weird like what if card, right? Like Grandpa Gohan and Pan have never coexisted. They're from like two completely different timelines, right? So I think this 8 and 17 would be the same, which this definitely would be just like a free-to-play farmable unit, which, like I said, when the Red Ribbon Army stuff was announced, basically what I theorized was it would either be just like a raid event without even getting a character, or it would be like a free-to-play story event, which that's what this would be, right? Now, the part I am actually more hyped for, and actually down here you can see they do show the story event down here, so that looks like the story event right there. The part I'm really excited for are the EZAs. So it looks like they're adding 2 EZAs to the Future Trunks EZA area. So if you remember that free-to-play farmable int Future Trunks, he got an EZA area, and now they're adding units to it. So this here is the, I believe it's an STR 18 and a Tech 17, and these are 18 and 17 Future, which right now in the game, we do not have a good 17 or 18 future unit, like as individual units. We do have the 2 summonable ones that got like a little bit of later awakenings, but they're still like not that good. But they'll easy at some point as well, right? So the reason why I think these 2 are interesting is because they're actually kind of okay right now, so they're going to be actually really good after EZA. The thing that makes these 2 units like instantly good, at least for some part of Dokkan, is that they are infinite stackers. So what I think I'm gonna record a video, and I might do a rainbow showcase of them right now, just so we can see how good they are now, and then in those videos I'll maybe talk a little bit more extensively about what I think their EZAs will be. But I think I might do a little showcase on them right now, just because I think this is a couple weeks away. I think this is going to drop like very end of October, beginning of November. Like I said, this literally I think is going to be like the Halloween event. Then this is also very exciting. The Prime Battle Trunks is going to be getting an EZA, and I think he's primed to be one of the best free-to-play units in the game. If you guys look at it, EZA Prime Battle Goku and EZA Prime Battle Frieza, basically as they released, they were considered like the best or one of the best free-to-play units in the game. The Strength Prime Battle Frieza probably still would be the best unit in the game, free-to-play, if not for Master Roshi, right? So I think this Trunks is going to contend with that. Now, with LR EZAs, they typically have to do a lot to the passive to really make them look impressive because they're not getting stat increases, they're only getting super attack level 25, right? The thing with this Trunks, he's guaranteed to get a really big boost because he's one of those flat passive characters, and they're going to change him to percent boost, which is dramatically going to improve him. So I do think we're going to see a huge power hike for this guy. And he was already considered, like when he came out, you could tell he was kind of meant for Super Battle Road, like he really exceeds there. So I think he's going to be a really excellent unit for Super Battle Road. So if they just do something to help him out, maybe defensively in longer events, like make him stack or something, that could be really, really good. Or, you know, just make him good in general, right? So we'll see how he kind of turns out there. So that's basically the leak. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hop into game, and we're going to talk about some of these units in a little bit more detail here, right? So let me just hop into my game. All right, so I've got this guy pulled up right now, right? So we can kind of look at him and maybe theorize what he's going to be. So right now he's just a Future Saga 70% lead. I think they will either make him Future Saga 100. I could see them doing a couple things. They could do Key 3 100. I could see them doing Key 4 100. Or I could see them going as high as like Key 3 120. But as a free-to-play unit, I don't think they'll put him above 120. I think 100 is probably what they're going to do, and he'll either be Key 3 or Key 4 is probably what they're going to do, right? So right here, you see on a super attack, his 12 key is only colossal damage, so he has like no super attack effect, right? And then his 18 key is he greatly raises attack for 1 turn. So what I think they'll do at the bare minimum is they're going to make him probably raise attack or defense on 12 key, and then on 18 key he might raise both. I think it would be cool if they did make him an infinite stacker, or maybe add stunning or sealing to the super attack effect, since he is kind of built for Super Battle Road, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at his passive here. So he's attacked 25,000 at the start of turn. He has Key 8 and attack and defense plus 20% when facing 2 or more enemies. So what they've done to make him good in Super Battle Road is you're in a situation where you always have 2 or more enemies pretty much, and he gets that huge key boost and like a big attack and defense buff, right? So what's going to happen is this is all going to change the percent buffs. And then I actually do think on the super attack effect, if they added stunning or sealing, that would actually be really, really good for this guy. Maybe even, I mean, because part of his passive is facing 2 or more enemies, I know this is probably asking too much, but if they made him like AoE, but I don't think they'll do that. I don't know that they've ever had a unit like non-AoE and then AoE after an EZA. I don't think that's ever happened. I think there have definitely been units that like were non-AoE that became AoE after like Dokkan Awakening, but I don't know if they've ever done that on an EZA, so I doubt they would do that. But yeah, I think adding stunning or sealing to him, giving him solid percent buffs, and then on super attack raising attack or defense, or like raising one or the other with a stun or a seal, I think would be really, really good for this guy. So yeah, pretty excited for this Trunks. And I think he could have some exciting link partners. I think this guy maybe linked up with the physical Trunks could be very, very good. But yeah, or this guy like linked up with some of the Mai units or Trunks in Mai. It could be a lot of fun, right? So we'll kind of check that out as he gets his EZA. Now some other units we're looking at here. We're looking at the 17 and 18, so let's check them out really quick. So if we go to Android 17, so if we look at Android 17 Future, right? So the other Android 17 Future is this physical one. So this is the summonable one, right? And he's not that crazy, but he is an orb changer, right? So I think the summonable ones, if they get an EZA, they actually could be really crazy because they double orb change under certain conditions. If they literally took that HP condition off and made him like always a double orb changer and then just increase his stats, like he would actually be really, really crazy, right? But in terms of like on a standard like Androids type team, you wouldn't really use him that much, right? So this is the Android 17 that's getting his EZA, and this guy is farmable, okay? Now, one thing I'm going to say about all these units in general, if you're on global especially, I would start farming these guys up and get them rainbowed if you haven't yet, because I'm thinking they're going to be pretty good. And androids actually need a lot of help right now. They haven't gotten buffs in a long time, and they need some serious buffs to become competitive, right? I'm going to talk about another unit in a minute that I think could possibly EZA, because here's the thing, in V-Jump, they never show you everything. So I have a very particular unit in mind that I'm really gunning for to get an EZA that I'd be extremely excited for. We'll talk about that in a second. Whoops, kind of skipped ahead there. So sorry, let me go back to this guy right here. So this guy right now, he's just an Android's 50% lead. I can almost guarantee he's just going to be an Android 77% lead is probably what they're going to do. But look, he infinitely raises attack and defense, which is very, very good, right? So just that alone is going to make him good. And then he has attack and defense 70 plus an additional attack and defense 70 and a medium chance of performing a crit when your team has an Android 18 future attacking in the same turn. And he launches an additional super attack when there is a hybrid Saiyans category enemy. To be honest, like, his initial passive here is like very solid. I don't think they have to do much to him other than just increase the attack and defense percentages. That's all they really have to do. I could also see them taking the medium chance of performing a crit to like a high chance. And yeah, like that's, I mean, they really don't have to do much else to him, right? So I think he's going to be just fine. And I think he's definitely going to be the best Android 17 future in the game right now, after he EZAs. So I think it'll be very fun. I remember when he initially came out, I did some like free-to-play like runs on the Legendary Goku event, and I even tried just some like general Android runs, and I actually ran these free-to-play units over like summonable Androids just because of their stacking. So like I said, I think I do want to do like a quick little rainbow showcase on these guys. I'll get it out probably like within a day or two. Just so we can see what they look like now so that we can get really hyped for what the EZA is going to look like, right? So there's the 17. If we look at the 18 is going to be very similar, right? So we're going to pull up the 18. This should be the strength one. I believe it's this one right here. And she's a siblings bond leader, so I think she'll just go up to 77% on that. She raises attack and defense, so she has that infinite stacking, which is very, very good. And then she's literally like the same passive. So 70% attack and defense, plus an additional 70% attack and defense, and a medium chance of evading when your team has an Android's 17 future attacking in the same turn. And then she launches an additional super when there's a hybrid Saiyans category enemy. So they're literally like the same unit, basically. And their link set is very similar as well. I believe they share 6 out of 7 links together. So obviously they were made to run with each other because you have to run them with a future. Like you can't have Android 18 just with any Android 17. It has to be a future one. So running them on rotation together is actually quite ideal, right? So once again, I think it's going to be the exact same thing where they really don't have to do a lot to her stats. They could just kind of keep her as is. Now, I could see them doing something in the passive where like Android 18 does something with like 18% or something and 17 does something with 17%. So like, what if they, I don't know, did something where like she gets an additional 18% per something, and then if there's a Android 17, you get another 17%. I don't know. They could just add like a 17. Oh, you know what they could do actually? Yeah. What if they made them support units on top of everything, right? So they increase their percentages, they leave the passive exactly the same, and then maybe this Android 18 gives like Android's class, or no, she's siblings bond, right? That's her category lead. So maybe she gives sibling bond units 18% attack and defense, and then like maybe 2 key or something. Or 1 or 2 key, right? And then if Android 17 is in the same turn, then she gives an additional 17% attack and defense. So that would make them like what, 37 or 38%. Like it would be a solid enough support passive, right? It would be like over 35% support passive, or maybe it would be exactly 35%. Yeah, it would be a 35% passive, which would be really, really good, right? I could see them doing that. And then Android 17, he could be a 17% attack and defense support for the rotation for Androids, because I think his category was Androids, and then an additional 18% if Android 18 is in the same turn. I think that would be kind of cool. Give them a little bit of support passive, and then it also would encourage you to run them together on rotation, which is what they want, right? They don't want you just like splashing them and throwing them off rotation. So yeah, I think they might do something like that. So I'm pretty excited for these guys. Now, in terms of other things that could happen with this, and once again, this isn't going to be a major celebration, so I wouldn't be expecting like 10 EZAs or anything like that, but I do think they could still do like a main EZA, and there could be a Red Ribbon Army or Androids related Dokkan Fest coming, right? So to me, this would be my number one choice of an EZA that I think should happen. This is an Android 17 and 18 dual card. They are like the oldest LR in the game, or one of them. I think on global, I can't remember, on one of the versions, it was Global or JP, this was the first LR. I think maybe this might have been the first one on JP, and maybe Global got Broly first, or maybe it's reversed, but I know this is one of the first LRs. This is for sure the first ever, like, free-to-play LR, because I think they came out before Prime Battle Goku, I'm pretty sure. But in any case, they're one of the oldest LRs in the game, and they still haven't ECA'd yet. And it's crazy because out of all the friend summon units, this is the only unit to not get an EZA yet. Which I'm actually okay with that, because the later the EZA comes, the better they're going to be, right? And I've always really been a fan of the artwork on this card, and I've just really liked them in general, even though they're not very usable. And whatever they do to this unit, they're going to just become insane after an EZA. And then it would allow you to do a very cohesive, like, Android 17 and 18 specific build. Because what I would do is something like this. So if we did, so what I'll do, let me just pull up androids really quick. So we're going to do category. Because when I've run androids in the past, right, I've always been conflicted on, like, how I want to run them, because there are so many different androids, right? But there's a part of me that, like, I kind of like thematic based teams, and I feel like having a full 17 and 18 team would be really, really fun. Sorry, this is taking me way too long. They definitely need to fix the search function on here. Really, really quick. Am I just blind? All right, hold on. Oh, there it is, way at the bottom. Okay, so if we go into androids, right? So for one, like, so if you run a full Android 17 and 18 team, I think this unit could go on the team. And then the two future 17 and 18s I just talked about. And then I actually still really like this STR 17. And then there's an Int 18. And these two were, like, meant to be run on rotation, right? So you would do a rotation of the Strength 17 and the Int 18. You do the two future units. And then you could run this one. So here, I'll just build the team. Let's just do it right now. This is the team I would want. So let me just take this off. We've got our androids up right now. So I guess this would be the leader. And then what I would do is I would run these two as a rotation, where 17 and 18. And then we'd run the two future ones that are getting their EZA. So I think it would be like this guy. And where is my 18? It should be... Hold up. Where do I... I'm sorry, I'm just blind right now. We'll just type in an 18, this one right here, okay? And then on the last unit would be that. So to me, like, if I could run this as a team, right, I think this would actually be a really, really fun team. You have the 17 and 18s that were, like, meant to be, like, on rotation together. And then, I mean, it depends on how, like, ridiculous this unit is or becomes, but, like, as a floating unit, they're going to link good with the 17s and 18s. So maybe I'll make this another video. So I'll do one video where I'm going to do a rainbow showcase on these two as they are right now. And then I'm going to put out another video running this team, just to say, like, this is kind of the team I'd want. We'll see if this team actually can take down the Legendary Goku event, like, without an EZA. I think it actually can. I'm definitely going to need to use items. It's not a no item run. So, yeah, other than that, guys, I think I've rambled on long enough. But let me know what you think of this coming up. Do you think this is going to come to Global? I do think it is. I could see the Prime Battle Trunks not coming, though, to Global, that EZA, just because they kind of handle those Prime Battle EZAs a little bit differently. But we'll see. But I think for sure, I feel really good that, like, these free-to-play Trunks and 18 will be coming, along with the Android 8 and 17 farmable cards. So anyways, guys, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.